All right.
Yeah.
All right, I think we're live.
We are live.
Yep.
Nice.
Let's do
Hello,
this.
Internet.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the StationOfPlay podcast. I am Ken. This is Charlie. We're going to talk about some tech and gaming news. This is our first stream, so we'll see how it goes. Charlie, how you doing?
First one ever. I'm doing great, Ken. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing excellent. Let me just get my notes out here. And anything you want to
Notes.
say?
Those
How's
are
life before we get into the tech
pretty
news?
good. Dude, life is great. I've been living my dream. I'm down here in South Carolina now, rising again. Uh nah, dude, been good. Been good. I've been playing chess, been playing video games, I've been hanging out, I've been doing my DNR paranormal podcast, where I just
Shout
talk
out
about
to the
scary
DNR
monsters all day.
Paranormal podcast.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
Sasquatches
yeah.
and whatnot.
Sasquatches and
What
fucking
what
squawks
was
and
your
all kinds
latest
of fun stuff.
episode on the DNR
Our latest
podcast? What did you talk about?
episode, so fuck, what did we talk about? Jesus Christ. I forget. Oh no, the sheep squatch. Sheep
Oh
squatch.
yeah, Sheep Squatch. How'd that
Yeah,
go?
sheep
I missed
squatch,
that one.
dude, that was great. No, sheep squatch was awesome. It's cool. It's a you'd think that it would be like a Sasquatch type cryptid, but it's just a victim of people not having creative names. It's nothing like a Sasquatch. It's more like a bear. And it's pretty fucking crazy. It kills
So
horses and people and
it's not
stuff.
a sheep or a Sasquatch.
It looks kind of sheepish. It has ram
Okay,
horns though. So um
so it should
imagine
be
like
a ram squatch if anything.
should be like a ram squatch or like a ram bear. But it's West Virginia. Originally they just called it the white thing, which is pretty wild. But I don't know. You want more facts than that? You watch my own show. We're here to talk about electronics and technology and fun stuff like that.
Yeah. Dude. And on that note, let's get into what we played this week. What'd you play this week? Did you play anything by yourself?
Okay, by myself, I played some Baldur's Gate.
Okay, how'd
And
that go?
I made pretty good, dude. I'm working on. I got two characters I'm playing right now. One is I made a Conan the Barbarian character,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty
You're
cool.
telling me about that.
Yeah, so I made
You
him
like that
just like
build? Is
Conan.
it going well?
Dude, it is my favorite build. I feel like Barbarian is the funnest class to play on Baldur's Gate. And I'm also doing a Bard class, which I'm realizing may be the hardest class to play on Baldur's Gate.
I've always got that
Just
impression. Never tried it, but
Yeah, no, it's weird because your charisma is so high, right? So you can like talk your way out of situations, but you
Mhm.
don't get the XP like you're killing people.
Oh yeah,
So
you don't get XP for that, do you? Really?
no, you don't really. You get minor XP, but it's not enough to like carry you through. So you really have to learn how to be real strategic with it. Use your bard abilities to buff the other characters. But towards the beginning of the game, your buffs aren't really that good. So it's like it's really hard to do damage. So, but it's working. It's working. What about you? What have you been playing?
Uh, so by myself, I've been playing Final Fantasy Rebirth. That's kind of like I played like an hour and a half of it. And what's
Yeah.
fucked up, I always do this too, but I got impatient and it came out on PlayStation first like 6 months ago, right?
Oh
I
yeah.
was like, fuck, I want to play it now, but I also kind of want to wait for it on PC so I can play it in like fucking 4K 120 FPS, you know? And
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, fuck it, I'll buy it. And then I played it for like 2 hours on PlayStation and then just didn't anymore. And now it's out on PC, so I've purchased that game twice now. But
Nice. Yeah,
you
that
know,
happens. It happens to the best of us. I've bought games on my Xbox and my Rogue Ally before so that I can, play them on the road, and then I'm
yeah,
upset that I bought it twice. Um
that's the curse of the Ally, dude. You'll buy
yeah.
something on like a PlayStation or whatever, and then you'll be like, I mean, I kind of want to play this like on the plane and shit, though. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
fuck it, I'll just
Yeah.
buy it again. Fuck it.
Fuck it. Fuck it. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Oh, where's my fucking money?
Exactly.
Gone. It's all gone. Yeah. We have been playing together World of Warcraft though. That's been a good time, man.
Yeah, we have, except for not our last one. The time before that with the fireworks.
Oh
The fuck
god.
was that shit, man?
That
That
was
was awful.
terrible. I hated that so
I don't
much.
think I've ever played that game for that long and just not gained any XP at
Yeah,
all.
no, yeah. We put in all that work to get 0 XP, and just get a backpack full of fireworks, and I was like,
All
what
the
the fuck am I
research
doing?
too. You're just fucking
Yeah,
spending all this time looking for these dudes with
we're
these coins and
googling.
shit.
We had to download another add-on to find the fucking coins.
Yeah.
And it was just, what the fuck, man?
Man, I
It's such
still
a
have that
waste.
add-on, and I'm probably not going to delete it because I'm going to forget every time I play
Yeah,
it. So that's just an add-on I have now. But
yeah. Oh my
yeah, that
god.
was
Yeah, no, that
fucking
was
awful.
absolutely
And
terrible.
yesterday it was terrible too. We kept getting fucking ganked in Hillsbrad Foothills or
Yeah,
whatever the fuck.
well, that's a
So
terrible area for,
yeah.
especially. I mean, for PvP servers. If we were playing hardcore, I would never go there. I would
Oh,
literally never go
zero
there if
shot
we were playing
ever.
hardcore. Um, just because that is where the fucking Alliance rogues go to train, man. That's where they go for their honor farming, or not even honor farming, just to be assholes.
Or
Yeah,
just to be dickheads. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
just to be
It was
complete
so awful.
assholes together.
We spent I don't even remember how long. How long did we try to get that last 1,000 XP for you to level up?
Oh my god, like an hour probably. It was like an hour
It
just
was
for a
about an
thousand
hour.
XP.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
brutal. It was terrible. Those quests weren't good either. They took so long to get nothing. But
Yeah.
you know, next time we play, we'll just find a new zone. And, get our lives
Yeah,
back.
get our lives back together. Maybe we'll play after this if you want to play after this, but fucking because I
Yeah,
still need to get
we
that
got all that
last
time.
400 XP.
You still need to do that. Yeah, we can hop on
I
and
was swamped with work. I haven't been able to jump on at all today, which is a problem with working from home, dude. You are so tempted because I'm sitting at my computer all day. I am so tempted all day just to turn on World of Warcraft or Baldur's
yeah,
Gate
just
or
hop on WoW for a little bit. Easy day.
yeah. But
Just
then,
like
you hop on WoW for a little bit and you wind up looking at your clock and you've just spent 2.5 hours on a WoW, and I have this project that's still due at the same time. So it's pretty insane.
especially when you're close to something like about to level up to, you're like, I could just hop on for 20 minutes and
Yeah,
level up real
yeah,
quick, and
yeah.
then you're like, oh, I might as well check my auction house.
Yeah, I'll do
I
this.
might have
I'll
some
do this.
fucking mail and shit. This quest
I'll
it's
do this
pretty easy.
dungeon real quick. I'll do this dungeon real quick. Yeah,
Before you
sure.
know it, it's 3 a.m. the next day, and you're like, son of
I'm
a
like, oh
bitch.
God, what did I do? Why did I do that? Oh
That's
man,
just
I'm
how it
so
goes,
lucky
man.
that yeah, I'm so lucky that my job doesn't like monitor my computer usage, honestly.
I think a lot of
Because I
companies tried and they downloaded all this fucking software and shit, and people just kept beating it, and they're just like,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah. But I play chess while I'm working all day too because my job's so like I'll be numbering tech plates in a building and it'll be like I don't know 500 of them, and so I'll do like 250 and play a 10-minute game of chess, and then do another 250 play 10-minute game of chess, and I'll go to the next one.
That's smart.
You know, yeah, because it breaks it up, and I want it being more productive that way. So sometimes the gaming actually does help a little bit with my work. So
Yeah, it breaks up the monotony a little bit, kind of, and gets you to think
yeah,
about something else for a little bit. That's good.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
maybe I'll get into chess one of these years. Not this one though.
Dude,
Got too much shit going.
let me tell you, dude, getting into chess is absolutely terrible. So you'll
Well,
notice
thanks for
that
the
there
vote of
is
confidence, man.
no, I swear to God, man, like
Yeah, you should get into
you'll
chess. It's fucking awful.
playing chess against your friends right now that don't know a whole bunch of strategy is great. Super fun, man. Um,
Oh yeah, I bet.
learn
Like if you played me,
learn
you'd
some.
fucking slaughter me. But
Yeah,
no.
most of your friends probably know openings. They probably know like King's Pawn, or they probably know like
Yep.
a
Even
couple
I know
different
some openings.
attacks. Some people know like the Sicilian defense, and but most new players are really good at openings. The problem is when you get into like mid game and end game strategies, that's when people like lose their minds. So once you
Yeah,
get
the
once you
thinking
get past
three
like
turns ahead mentality is
yeah,
where
once you
people
get
drop
like
off.
anywhere between like the 800 and 1300 range for your chess rating, that's when it gets very challenging. It gets super challenging, and once you get past 1300, it's more of just remembering your strategies for every move. So like I have like 6 different moves that I know based off of like what they did their third turn, and I can be like, okay, cool, this is his defense. I know what his groove is here, how to fight it.
So it turns
So
into a memorization game at some
it,
point.
it turns into a memory game at some point. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Well,
you
that's
just
cool.
wait for the other person to fuck up.
5-10 opener, 4-10 mid game, 8-10 closer for some reason for me, says Alan.
Oh damn. Alan's garbage. No, I'm just kidding. I haven't played Alan. I should play Alan.
You guys should play sometime. These I think
Yeah.
you're higher rated than him, but he's not a scrub, you know.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I've been playing chess for a long time though, dude. I have a chess collection. I fucking you know, I've had displays up and everything.
Alan hit you with the dots.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Alan, I'll fucking smoke you, dude. No, where'd it go?
Another thing, Adriana actually wants to try a game for once.
Oh,
It's
okay.
called It Takes Two on the Switch. I know nothing about it, so I'm kind of like
I know
excited
that
to.
game.
You do?
I
What's
know
it
that
about?
game. Yes. It's like a I've seen videos on it. It's like a two-player game and it's like a puzzle solving game almost.
Yeah, it's about all I
Um
know about it.
yeah,
I
and
don't know
it's
anything about the puzzles themselves, but
yeah, I've heard different reviews on it. Some people said it was absolute dog and some people said they enjoyed it a little bit. It looked fun. It looked enjoyable, you know.
I feel like it's a good
Um
casual game.
oh yeah,
What I saw
definitely.
about it.
Oh, that's another game we played. What's that stupid horse game we played? That was really cool.
Oh yeah, Ultimate Chicken Horse. Yeah,
Ultimate Chicken Horse,
that game's
man.
amazing.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun on that game. Even though I should have just used my controller. Playing keyboard on that is probably not a good
It's
idea.
a little rough. It's a bit rough.
Yeah.
Favorite game of all time? Are you saying Ultimate Chicken Horse is your favorite game of all time? It's so fucking good. It's a good drinking game.
It is a good drinking. You know what's a really good drink? Jackbox games. Have you played those?
Yeah, of course. I think everybody
yeah.
does.
I think everyone's played Jackbox games. That's like my favorite party game. If we're having like a party, let's sit on the couch and play some Jackbox games. You know?
Yeah, that's like that game's been out for like 10 years at this point.
It's so good though.
I remember playing that on like my PS4. But
Yeah.
it's a great game. Another one we have to do is Alan knows this one. What the fuck's it called? Liar's Bar. It's like $7.
Liar's Bar.
Yeah.
What is
It's like
that?
bullshit. It's essentially
It's like
bullshit. Yeah.
Okay.
But there's like also different game modes and there's a Russian roulette element to it. So if say I call you out for bullshit
Yeah.
and you were bullshitting, you play Russian roulette with yourself.
Oh, nice.
So if you lose a round, you
Perfect.
shoot yourself.
Yeah.
And then there's other cards too where it's like, okay, say I call bullshit on you and I'm right. I get to pick somebody to shoot. And then there's another, or like, if I call bullshit and I'm wrong, everybody has to aim at each other or something like that. Like, there's different dynamics to it that make it interesting.
Yeah.
Also, they're adding poker soon. So that'll be fucking sick.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how
Dude,
they're
I want to
gonna
get more
implement-
into VR too.
Dude, VR is so cool, but I want glasses. I don't want a fucking headset anymore.
Yeah, dude, it hurts my neck so much if I'm playing for more than like 30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. That fucking the one game we played. It was kind of like D&D, not really. It was like the tabletop game.
Yeah.
I forget what it was called, but it was so fucking fun. But after an hour, you're like, "Fuck, my head hurts."
Yeah.
You know?
That would be actually a really good game to not play in VR, honestly. But
I think you could
that
play
is-
it non-VR. If I remember.
yeah,
correctly.
honestly, I'm pretty sure I would enjoy that more non-VR. But you know what game was really good VR?
What's that?
Resident Evil, man. Resident Evil was so
Dude.
fucking good. I think it was.
I tried it. I got sick, but it was sweet.
Oh,
for the
yeah.
10 minutes I played it.
Yeah, dude. Let me tell you, jump scares in VR is a different animal.
I was just sitting there
it's a
flipping
whole
the
different
gun and
animal.
catching it and shooting the zombies.
Yeah.
Like shoot once, flip the gun, catch it, shoot. It would be a cool game.
Yeah.
Cool game to record, but
Yeah.
yeah, I just got sick, man. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, now it's rough, man. I heard the MetaQuest 3 is a lot better.
It's lighter for sure.
Yeah, and I haven't. I mean, I'm not gonna. I'm honestly, I have the MetaQuest 2, and I'm not gonna spend the money on the MetaQuest 3 because my experience with the MetaQuest 2 was not worth it for me to spend all that money on a new system like
I
that.
actually
Like
sold my
spend that.
MetaQuest too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have the PSVR with the PC attachment. which I
Dude,
don't even use that
PSVR is
really.
I heard it's like 10 times better. Anyways, so
Yeah, it is. I had an itch for poker, so
yeah.
played VR poker. Best game for it, dude. Poker in VR would be sick, dude. We should try that.
Dude, I do that. I play VR poker on the meta, but the problem is you have to go in with your own parties because you wind up playing with a bunch of idiots, like 12-year-old
Oh yeah,
kids.
100%. I would never play that with randoms. That would be awful.
Yeah, it's
Especially if you can hear
so
people.
terrible to play with randoms. Yeah. Oh yeah. So
We'll definitely have to try it though. That sounds sick.
yeah, dude. No, yeah, we could definitely do that, man. We could definitely do that. Be a fucking good time.
On the topic of Adriana wanting to try a game, I've been trying to. I don't want to like play with my 5 friends. Yeah, exactly. That's the best idea.
Yeah.
I've been trying to like nudge her into playing video games. I don't want to like force her into playing games though.
Yeah.
Like for obvious reasons. Like if you're not into gaming, that's cool. But I just think the one thing is she really loves books. She loves reading, and all a game to me is like, especially with me, I play a ton of RPGs. It's just a book you can like act in, like you're controlling the main character. So I've been like trying to get her to try new stuff. She liked Animal Crossing. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And she likes It Takes Two, so I'm gonna try to get her more into it.
When I got my wife into video games, man, let me tell you, Adela hasn't never played really games before. Like me and her got together, and then I think it was Call of Duty we first started playing, and then she was like, "All right, that's the only game I like," and she really liked it, and she got really good at it. But then I showed her The Witcher, and let me tell you,
she just dove headfirst into that shit.
She dove headfirst into that shit, man. She has so many hours in that, over 100 hours in The Witcher 3.
I don't even have that much. I've never beaten Witcher 3.
She has replayed that game probably like 20 times now. She has gone through that game multiple times. She's done every single thing you can possibly do in that game, and she still plays it. She just started another save like last night.
That's awesome. It Takes Two was Ryan starting to get It Takes Two was Ryan starting to get into stuff. Great opener. Oh, really? Raya's his wife.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. I remember Adela started with what was it? Fortnite. I feel like
oh yeah, she did play a little
all
bit
girls start with Fortnite. Chicks dig Fortnite, man.
Yeah.
I remember trying to play it. I was just like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Oh, there's Adela there.
What's up, Adela? Want a guest spot? How you doing?
I play all the games.
Yeah, we were just talking about you playing The Witcher.
Apparently, Alan won. Shit.
My Best Buy one.
Got Quest for a penny at Best Buy. That's cool, man.
Oh, cool.
The Quest 2 or the Quest 3? My biggest hater, he says.
Yeah,
Alan's here, Adela.
Alan's here. He said you're his biggest hater.
Well, maybe if he was better.
At being a person, yeah, I agree.
Just kidding now.
Yeah. It's just so bad at Call of Duty. It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he wasn't dog at Call of Duty, she'd like him.
Yeah, maybe he was an absolutely dog at Call of Duty, yeah.
Maybe if he could hit a shot.
Yeah. But,
oh, there's the little one. Gotta do the guest spot for the little one. Hi, Judy.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Judy in forever, like in person.
Judy's to change to go to bed.
Yeah. It was, I think last time you saw Judy, we were in California visiting.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
More hair.
Okay.
She can kind of walk now.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judy. Here, you need the center of attention for 2 seconds.
Yeah, there you go. Get her in here. Put her on the horn.
There you go. Yeah. Say something productive. I agree. Yep.
I hear you're funny. Tell a joke.
Still a joke. Still a joke. Dude, you're my favorite cryptid.
That's cool. What you got there in her hands?
All right, I'll take her.
Got
dogs
some
that she
animals.
ripped in half.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
They're her rhyming dogs.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go put her to bed for me.
Love you.
All right. Bye, Adela. Bye, Judy.
Bye, Ken.
It says bye. She says you guys both heard each other. Okay, cool.
Sick. That's
Sweet.
good. Okay. So I guess with that, anything more on the gaming front? What we played this week? Are you good there?
Yeah, I'm good there, bud. You want to start talking about all the new fun things coming out?
Yeah, let's get into the gaming news, dude. I know you don't know a whole lot about GPUs, but the 5090 and 5080 released today.
That is an understatement. But continue, please.
What graphics card do you have currently?
All right. Next question.
You can check. It's under device settings. I feel like you have a 30 something.
Pull it up real quick. Let me pull it up.
Is it my computer? I don't even remember. Nope, I spelled computer wrong. Good job, Mr. IT. So control panel. Damn, I forget. Alan, what's the fucking? It used to be called my computer. System info. Let me see here.
My device manager has computer
system information.
System information.
Yeah.
Should I type that in?
I forget. Well, if anybody is curious what I'm running, yeah, this stuff. It's not even in there. It should be under device manager. We're gonna figure this out, Charlie. Don't worry about it.
All right, cool. Device manager.
Device manager. Yeah, it'll be under display adapters. I'm running the 4070 Ti Super.
I'm running the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 360 Ti.
Alan, can we just appreciate how he pronounced that just now?
NVIDIA.
It's Nvidia.
GeForce Nvidia. Yeah, same shit, dude. And I got the GeForce RTX 360 Ti. I got the 360 Ti.
Alan said cringe, dude.
I got the 360 Ti, man. It's really impressive.
3060. 3060, my friend.
3060 Ti.
Nvidia 3060 Ti. That is a 1080p card. I'll explain that to you some other day. But basically, the 5090 and the 5080. Yeah, he said 360. Alan, don't worry about it. We're gonna move on. He said it.
3060. Oh, same shit. Same shit. Just different number. Who cares?
Basically, these new cards make yours kind of look like a joke. But
okay.
Here's the problem I have with them. Okay. The 5090 is $2,000.
Okay, that's a problem.
That's a fucking problem.
Yeah.
It's a very good card. It is not worth $2,000, and the new thing they're doing, it's called multi-frame gen, and what frame gen does is you know about frames. Obviously, you have like 60 FPS, 120 FPS, things like that. It's an interesting technology. My card has single frame gen. And what it does is for every frame you see on the screen, it AI superimposes another one. So you can be running a game at 60 FPS, and then if you turn that on, it'll turn to 120 FPS. Not exactly. There's some loss.
Yeah.
So you'll be running at like 105 FPS. But it's just more frames equals more better, right? So it just adds an extra frame in it.
Yeah.
Through AI. Problem is, multi-frame gen, it's times 4. So if you're running a game at 60 FPS and you turn it on, boom, 240 FPS. That's fucking sick, right?
Yeah.
Problem is, people who need this technology don't need it to go that high, if that makes sense. So you'll be playing let's say you're playing Cyberpunk 2077, right? At 100 FPS, and you turn that on, 100 FPS, 400 FPS, like who the fuck cares at that point? The only people who care are the people who are running lower end graphics cards. They're playing Cyberpunk at 20 FPS, right? Yeah. And they want it to be higher because 20 FPS is dog shit.
So it's the people that absolutely need to double it, and the people that have enough FPS already don't need this new thing because it really doesn't contribute much. Because the difference between like 200 FPS and 400 FPS is almost like it's a big difference, but it's not noticeable as much to the human eye.
Alan just shared a link.
I don't click links. I don't click links after I talked all that shit.
I think he's saying that Nvidia 360 was an actual card that came out in like, I don't know, probably 2005.
Okay, nice.
I think that's what he's getting at. I can't click it though to show on the
Nice.
stream for whatever reason, but that's a thing. Anyways, what was I saying? So the problem with, say, you're at 20 FPS and you want it to not be at 20 FPS anymore. Well, the problem is when you play something at 20 FPS, the lag is horrible. The latency, when you move your mouse, it'll literally take like 50 milliseconds for something to happen on the screen.
Yeah.
When you increase your FPS just with the GPU itself, not any of this multi-frame bullshit, when you increase it from like 20 FPS to 100 FPS, the latency goes down. So you're at 20 FPS, it's at like 30 milliseconds. It takes forever to move everything. It feels like you're driving a fucking boat. Like if you ever play GTA 4, the driving on that game, you're doing this.
Yes.
When you increase it to 100, the latency goes way down. Now you're at like 5 milliseconds. Everything's instant, right? The problem is with this frame gen stuff, it still plays like you're at 20 FPS. So
so you still have the latency issues.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and it's just more frames.
Yeah. So it looks smoother, but you're still driving a fucking boat.
Could somebody make a program so that instead of like, putting an extra frame in there, it puts in like a frame of a duck? So that like every other frame's a duck. That'd be hysterical.
I'm sure you could, dude. That would be fucking awful, but
That would be the best computer virus to piss off gamers.
Get on it,
Oh my
Charlie.
God. Dude, I definitely need to hire
You know what's fucking hilarious? I have a I'll see if I can pull it up on stream here. So I have a program that does kind of the same thing as FrameGener.
Yeah.
And you'll never believe what it looks like if I can remember the name of it off the top of my head.
Spaghetti Empire.
Can you see that?
I can't see anything.
Give it a second. Might have to catch up on stream.
Yeah.
It's called lossless scaling. And when you turn it on, it does the same thing as FrameGen. And the mascot for it is a duck.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Quack. Yeah, it never pops up on screen.
Yeah, that's
right.
No. I'll send you a picture of it later, though. It's funny that you said that, because literally the logo for it just says lossless scaling, and then it has a duck, and half of it's blurred out, and half of it looks nice. But
Alan says that multi-gen could be okay in Flight Sim.
Yeah, Flight Sim, I guess. It's really good when you're at like that 50 FPS. You want to get to 60. It's not quite there. Or if you're okay with a little bit of latency. Like, I don't mind playing Cyberpunk with a little bit of latency. It's a fucking RPG. But if you ask me to play Call of Duty with FrameGen on, nobody's going to do that. Because it's a competitive shooter. You don't want the latency. So in some instances, it's okay. For one, you don't need it to be ×4. ×2 is fine, which the last generation cards, the 4000 series, they're called. They have ×2 frame generation. Now they're doing ×4. That's like the big selling point of the new ones, but nobody needs that.
Yeah.
And it's $2,000. So it'll give you more raw frames, but go ahead.
You're not getting the $2,000 value out of the card. That's what you're saying.
No, it's my card was $800, and I got some off because like deals, whatever the fuck. But essentially, it's $800. That card is not 150% better than the one I have in my computer for the price.
Yeah.
And then the 5080 also came out. That card's $1,000. That one is about 20% better than my graphics card, and it costs 20% more. So like maybe it's kind of worth it, but it's not like this massive jump everybody was expecting, and nobody really cares about the ×4 multi-frame gen.
Yeah.
So they're not super compelling to me, and I think they're just too expensive at the end of the day.
Yeah.
If the 5090 was like $1,200, I would consider it. If the 5080 was $600, I'd probably buy it. But the value proposition just isn't there currently. I
Not
don't know how
the
everybody
juice
else feels
isn't
about it,
worth
but
the squeeze.
so frame generation being used for other AI stuff. I can't even get too much into the AI stuff with you, but basically, these cards are great for AI stuff. Essentially, at the end
AI
of the day,
stuff.
AI people are gonna
Yeah.
love these cards because they have a lot of VRAM, and that's really all there is to it. They're very good for it, but that's like a
Yeah.
whole separate topic.
Different topic. Different
Yeah,
topic.
different topic,
Get
different
on
day. Maybe
topic,
we'll get
Alan.
into it one of these days.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
on that same note, we have DLSS 4. What it means for current and previous gen GPUs. DLSS 4 is kind of in the same frame as frame generation, but it doesn't. It doesn't add an extra frame. So say you're playing, we'll do Cyberpunk again at 4K, and it's really slugging, right? You're playing at like 30 FPS. You want it to be a little bit better. So what DLSS does is it renders the game in, let's say, 1080p, and then it upscales it so it looks like it's 4K.
Quick question.
Sure.
What is DLSS?
Like what does it stand for? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Alan,
Is
do
that
you
a
know?
Google moment?
You might have to Google
Google
it.
moment. DLSS.
Everybody just says DLSS.
Deep Learning Super Sampling.
Yes, that's it.
Technology developed by Nvidia. I said it right. That uses
Oh,
AI
God,
to
I didn't even
enhance
flame so
upscale
hard.
images in real time. DLSS is available in many video games.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
And then DLSS
essentially, there's a little bit more nuance to it, but basically, like you want to run a game at 4K, it'll render it at 1080p, and then it'll just make that 1080p image look like it's 4K.
Okay.
And it's a little bit better technology than the frame gen. It's been around a lot longer, and
So would that be good for like a person like me who does like emulators, right? Would that make my PlayStation 2 games look better or no?
so the problem with emulators is the problem with DLSS is it's game specific. So you have to go into the game, and there's a setting called DLSS. There are ways to force it on other applications. I'd have to show you how to do that someday. That lossless scaling app I was talking about actually works. I use it when I play on my Ally because I run Modern Warfare 2 runs at like 25 FPS. So I have to use that to get the game to run properly. Emulators with DLSS could be cool. Especially for old games like that, it helps out a lot. Because I would never illegally download a Nintendo product and play it on my Ally, but if I did, it would be at 60 FPS because of lossless scaling.
I would. Come get me, feds. And
it's great.
That'd be sick.
Imagine like the new Zelda game, Tears of the Kingdom, 60 FPS. Looks fucking...
Oh,
yeah. On point.
I need to play that, dude. I loved Breath of the Wild. And I really want to get into the newer Zelda games too, because I really like the older ones. But I haven't played them in so long, and then I heard Breath of the Wild came out on Switch, and I was like, sure, let me jump on there. And I was like, oh my god, this is a really good game.
That game's amazing. I unlocked almost every single shrine.
Yeah.
And I beat it, and then once Tears of the Kingdom came out, I went through, I beat all the shrines immediately before I even played the rest of the game, and it just made it so much easier, and I love that game as well. I think there are some good and bad parts about both, but I like them both equally. It's a very good game.
Yeah.
You should try it, for sure, 100%. I could even get it for you not on a Switch if you wanted to do that.
Oh, that'd be cool.
But I'll have to show you how to do that. Anyways,
learning with Ken.
Like I was saying, back to the DLSS 4 stuff. So there's DLSS 1, 2, 3, and 4. They just released 4 with these 50 series cards, and a lot of people don't like it. And why they don't like it is they say it's fake frames. never beat Skyrim or any Zeldas. This dude's
You
never
never
beat
beat
Skyrim.
Skyrim?
Yep.
What? Are you?
I think he beat
Is he?
Oblivion, but
Is he not even Dragonborn? What's going on here, dude?
he's not a big RPG guy. He's into like CS and
Yeah.
Call of Duty, and
Yeah.
he likes playing competitive games, which a lot of people are nowadays.
Yeah.
Sometimes
No,
I just like
it's
to
you
chill
know,
out though.
yeah, I like chill games because I don't have a lot of friends. I'm just kidding. But
Also that.
but no, yeah, Skyrim is like it's got a little special place in my heart. But that's why I have it on my ally because every time I'm on a plane now, it's literally the only time I play Skyrim now is when I'm on an airplane and I have it on my rogue ally. Um, and I just I have been rolling through the same campaign just for flights for work, and it's been pretty sick.
Alan says I like being angry a lot. Alan gets so mad when we play. It's
Oh
funny
yeah,
sometimes.
no, he does.
But
He definitely does.
yeah, I know what you mean, dude. There's definitely some games I have that are like only plain games. Like
Yeah.
Red Dead. They just re-released it. I haven't even played
Oh,
it all the
Red
way
Dead
through yet.
1?
Yeah, the first one. It's on PC
Oh,
now.
that
On
game's so
Steam.
good.
Yeah, that's gonna be
That
my
game's
plain
so
game for
good.
the next 10 years.
Yeah, that game's so good, man. Red Dead
That game's a
Redemption 1
classic,
was
man.
so good. Yeah, that's why I was so happy when they came out with Red Dead 2 and they put so much work into it and turned into such a good game.
Oh yeah, that was a day one game
I
for
want
me.
them I want them to remake Red Dead 1.
They should
Because
remake it. I agree.
yeah, that would be really cool. You know what I'm really upset about too? That damn Ninja Turtles game. I don't know if that's ever coming out now.
Oh, the
Uh
Ronin's
last
one.
the last
Ronin?
run. I got so excited when I heard they were working on that because it's such a cool
Yeah, I heard
story.
they might not finish it, which
Yeah,
is
it was
shitty.
like funding issues or something.
That game
But
sounded really compelling.
yeah,
I hope
dude,
they finish it.
it's a dark Ninja Turtles game where all the Ninja Turtles die except for one, and you don't find out who that Ninja Turtle is till the end unless you read the comics and you find out at the beginning. But if they went with the same storyline as the comic, I don't know. I just know the story's really badass. So I was super excited for that, and then it just kind of crushed my soul.
Well, hopefully they bring it back. Things have a way of coming back, like
Yeah.
Skull and Bones. That came back even though nobody wanted it to.
Cool.
So yeah, I guess just I love Stray. Fuck cats, bro. Anyways, you love Stray. Not gonna lie, a lot of people love it. Everybody I know that has played that game said they liked it. So I'm not gonna play it, but you know, it's a stray cat game. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
No.
You play as a stray cat in a city.
I like the
don't really
squirrel
know
with
what
the
you do.
gun game.
It's Squirrel with the Gun game, dude. I remember I sent
game's
you that.
cool. Yeah.
I sent you that when it like first got announced. I was like, "You're not fucking ready, bro."
You're not ready for this. You're not ready for the squirrel with the gun game. Goat Simulator I liked a lot too. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I enjoyed Goat Simulator.
My favorite story game ever actually is Portals, both of them. I've played Portal 1, never beat Portal 2 because Alan said he would play it with me, and we never did. So fuck you, Alan. Bitch.
Yeah, I've only started Portals 2 because I was playing at my friend's house when I was not playing games at my own house all the time. So, but fun game.
We could do a Portal 2 run through one of these years.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Definitely, dude.
I'm trying to forget the puzzles. Yeah. One thing, I played Portals 1 and it was really good. The game was like 4 hours long. Like, I just wanted more.
Yeah. Guys, that's the best part about games, too, when you can play them for so long straight and just want more. And 4 hours isn't like a long time for a game, obviously, but, you know, there's this zone where a short game for me is like, you know, like a 2-hour playthrough, and then a long game I think is like 12 plus hours,
Mm-hmm.
and then everything in the middle is either too little or too much, you know.
Yeah, exactly. There's
So-
definitely a sweet spot. Alan's talking a lot. What's he saying? Hold on, Adriana texted me too.
I wish I could read.
If he could read, he'd be really upset.
I'd be real mad with you right now, Alan, if I could read.
All right, let me see what Alan said. Switch back to Twitch here. Yeah, there's thousands of levels. I can't read either, apparently. Jesus Christ. There's thousands of levels community made. Way better than Valve made ones with story. I didn't know they had them with story. I might have to look back into that because
what's Valve made? Is that like just made by the game creators?
Valve owns Steam. Or Steam owns Valve. One of the two. They made that game. But yeah, if they have story, like I could try it. The problem with community made levels, like they can be sick and then they're just over, you know?
What?
But I don't even remember what I was gonna say about DLSS 4, to be honest. It's a new thing. It's pretty good. It helps. It helps. Your graphics card has it actually, so if you want to play a game with it, it should help out quite a bit.
Cool.
And then yeah, that's pretty much it for DLSS 4. Do you have any questions or concerns about it?
No, dude, I just learned what DLSS is. And
you have to try it out sometime. That's crazy.
Yeah,
it's been around for 8 years now, I think, something like that.
Yeah,
it helps a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Alan said the GTX 360 was just DL. I have to look into the GTX 360. There's a channel I watch that tests old graphics cards and like games for today. That he might have that one on there. I want to see him run like Cyberpunk on a shitty old card. That would be interesting. He also finds like Chinese made graphics cards that say they're like a 4090, but he bought it for like $10 and it's not a 4090, but it's still like pretty good. It's interesting stuff.
You remember when Cyberpunk first came out and everybody was hating on it because it was so glitchy?
It was awful.
It was so terrible. Did they release? That's one of those games they just pushed out too early. It was like we did not have it set in stone. But it's actually a really good game. It's actually a really good game.
It's one of the few games I've almost completely beaten. I bought it when it first came out and it was so bad I refunded it, and now I have 200 hours in that game. They definitely did a full 180 and they completely fixed it.
Yeah. But
what else do I have here? PlayStation Plus February lineup includes Payday 3. Have you ever played Payday?
What is it about? I may have.
You rob banks. That's it.
No, I don't
with
think
your friends.
Did play it. Yeah, I don't think I played it.
I have a TikTok about it. If you want to look it up. It's one of my reviews that I made back in the day that I don't make anymore.
That's
because
probably why I know it.
Yeah, that might be it.
That's probably the only reason I've heard the name.
That's another game when it came out. It was just awful. So you have to be online to play it, even though you can play a single player. And
weird.
So you had to do like matchmaking as a single player, and the servers were trash. So I couldn't even play fucking single player because the servers were terrible.
Garbage.
So
that's garbage.
Maybe they fixed it. I don't know. I haven't really played it since, but I kind of just want to throw that out there because I do have a TikTok on it. If anybody's interested in that game, it's actually fun when it works.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much all I had for that. What else? I got the Galaxy S25. What are your thoughts on that?
Ooh. All right.
Into it at all?
I did a little bit. The S25 Ultra has like a 1 terabyte version coming out, which looks pretty cool. I'm super happy that they did not get rid of the S Pen, because I was nervous they were going to do that. Just for the, I mean, only the Ultras have it, but like I use it for work because I bring like construction drawings with me, and instead of carrying my tablet,
it has a utility for you.
Yeah, so instead of bringing my tablet in, I can just have the drawings on my phone, and it's so much easier to work with because I can just pull out my S Pen, I can move tech plates around and stuff. It's so convenient when I'm traveling for work, so I love it. I love the big screen. They are getting rid of the what's it called, like the curved screen where it's like kind of like curved
on the screen
edges
or whatever it's called.
Yeah, which I'm happy about.
Because it was kind of gimmicky. It never really worked very well.
Gimmicky, and I've broken the screen on these phones twice. um, and it's yeah, it's I
Yeah, it's hard to
it
make a
doesn't.
good case for that, for sure.
Yeah, and it's weird because when I'm like working on my phone and when I get to the edge of the drawing, I have to actually zoom out and zoom in instead of just using my pen at the edge that I can see, so it gets a little bit annoying. So I'm glad they're getting
Yeah,
rid of that. I'm glad
that's
they're getting rid of
super
that.
annoying. I
I didn't look into like the camera or anything to see if it's how much better it is or anything.
I know
But
nothing about the camera from what I understand. Camera good.
yeah, yeah.
Camera
I mean,
slightly
honestly,
better.
though, the camera that I have now, on my S24 Ultra, um, is so good that I really couldn't see any need to get improvement, if that makes sense.
I haven't cared
Um,
about like a camera upgrade in a phone since like the Galaxy S6. Ultra
yeah,
killed the Note, so they better keep the S Pen. Dude, I love the
yeah,
Note. I had a Note 10. I loved that phone.
yeah,
It was my favorite phone I've
yep,
ever had, probably. But
yeah.
yeah, new cameras, I don't fucking. It does the
I don't
thing I
really give
want
a
it.
shit.
You click the button and it takes the thing and it's good.
Yeah,
Like,
the only
that's all I
reason
care
that I
about.
care a little bit now is because I've been really into like amateur astronomy, right? So I have my nice telescope, and I have a
Ah,
phone
moon
mount, so I
pics.
can. Yeah, well, like I can take pictures of the moon. I can take pictures of Saturn. Um, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And so
Yeah,
having a good high-powered camera on top of that is even more
that's
beneficial.
definitely interesting technology.
Yeah.
Um,
And then also it's got the AI portion to it where like, if your image is blurry, it kind of like AIs it into a little bit better,
yeah, it sharpens it and adds
Yeah.
pixels and stuff like that. Just makes it look better. They do have the moon
Which is
pics. A lot of people were pissed off
yeah.
about it, but
Yeah, who cares?
whatever. 100 times zoom is
Yeah.
good for Charlie's dick pics.
Yes. Yep, need it. Otherwise you wouldn't be able to see anything.
Turns that tic tac into a blue whale.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, I'm
uh,
excited for it, dude.
are you gonna buy it? That's the question.
My work pays
Or
for
is
my
work gonna
phone,
buy it?
so
So
is
you're gonna
work
make
gonna
them
buy
buy
it?
it.
That's the real
Yeah.
question. I don't know. I'm just gonna nudge my
You gotta
boss
sell
and
it.
tell him like, "Oh man, dude, this phone, dude, I can't get to my drawings on the edge of the corner of the screen, man. I'd be so much more productive if I could just,
Did you ever talk me into the triple screen for the laptop or whatever that I sent you?
I was going to, but I made a smart move. I decided not to because I figured that if I did talk him into that, he'd have higher expectations for me to do more work when I'm traveling.
Oh, smart.
So I
Can't make it
held
too
off.
easy.
Can't make it too easy, man. I can't make it too easy. So I stopped myself. But
That's good.
yeah, no,
Well, yeah.
I might just get that with my own money.
I mean,
So
I would never buy one myself, probably not, to be honest. But I mean, for you, that would be pretty sick because you would be able to
I
do
mean,
so much more work on it.
I would be able to do much more work on it, and it would help because I travel a lot. I travel more than most people do. So I am on the road constantly. It's like once a week I'm going to a different state sometimes. So just for gaming alone, I would enjoy it. And
Place
for
flight
work,
sim on that bitch. That would be sick.
oh yeah.
Have the whole cockpit.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it would be really fun.
Samsung Dex is still very sick, by the way. I don't know much about the Samsung Dex, so I can't
Yeah.
say much about it. Let me look it up real quick, actually. Samsung. Samsung Dex apps and services. Uh, oh, it's for like presentations and stuff. Oh, it'd be something you'd be interested in.
Yeah.
Maybe throw that one on your to-do list to look up after the
Yeah.
show. I know nothing about it, so like I said, I can't really comment on it. I don't know much about the S25 either, to be honest. I still have my S21, and it
Yeah.
does what I need it to do. And then I have a 15 Pro Max iPhone that does all the modern stuff I need it to do.
Yeah.
What I did look about the S25 though is it's mostly a software update, which you hate to see, but that's kind of how makes your phone into pseudo portable computer. Okay, yeah, that's interesting, Alan. I'll definitely have to look into that myself.
Yeah.
Because I might be able to use that for work as well. But yeah, that's kind of the way the phones are going now. Every year it's just like an
Yeah.
incremental upgrade, and then they throw a little bit of AI software in there.
Yeah.
And
That's why you really only need to get a new phone like every 3 phones that come out now. It's
yeah,
like you can really wait unless like I mean like me, just because like file sizes for some of my projects are getting bigger. Sometimes I need, like this 1 terabyte on the 25. I might want that phone just because.
just
Because we're
because
getting into new,
space.
like we're working, yeah, we're working with Revit now, which the file sizes are much larger. So it's gonna eat up even more space. So maybe, and then I'm
We'll have
working on
to
like a couple hundred projects at a time, so it's a lot of files. It's
we'll have to do a segment or maybe even a whole episode on what you do for work, because that's something I don't know about tech related, like CAD and Rev.
oh yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah,
I gave you guys a whole walkthrough.
yeah. Give us a little tutorial, bro. That would be awesome.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, One thing I did see, the interface is increasingly similar to iPhone, especially the. I don't know if you looked up any videos on it, but
yeah,
they're basically copying iPhone's swipe down system. You do that
yeah,
on the left side of the screen, or on the right side of the screen, like it pulls up your
yeah.
settings and shit. Um, a lot of things like that. They've just been copying iPhone, and
Well, they have
honestly,
to though because it's really a style thing now because people buy these iPhones because it's cool to have an iPhone, you know. But then
in
again,
America at
Samsung,
least for sure.
yeah, in America at least, and it's gonna come to a phase. I don't want Samsung to turn into the fake iPhone company, um,
Yeah,
which
but at
which
least
is
on the
what.
software side, they seem to be working towards that a little bit. Alan said Apple gets
Yeah,
closer to Samsung every day. True. Samsung had it first, while Apple perfected it. The problem is, people don't, or at least me personally, I don't have a problem with Apple perfecting it. I think I don't want to say everything. There's a lot of stuff about Apple I don't like as well. But most of the stuff they
yeah,
release, it works really fucking well. The problem is they're like, check out this thing we invented. No, you didn't.
yeah, yeah,
Samsung did it 10 years ago. What are you talking about?
yeah. You're goofing. You're goofing on
So
us.
I just
But
I just wish they would be a little bit more humble, because the stuff they
yeah,
do is fantastic. I really like my iPhone. Apple Pay, fucking great. Google Pay kind of
yeah,
sucked. I tried using it on my Samsung. It didn't work very well. MagSafe, love MagSafe. MagSafe is sick. It's a magnet and a charger. That fucking easiest decision ever. I wish Samsung would try harder to implement Qi into their systems.
yeah,
Uh, then I wrote down like AI stuff. I'm kind of tired of AI being slapped on everything. I'm kind of waiting for the hype to die down before I like settle on if all this AI stuff is kind of good or not. I do use some of it on my iPhone. They have a Chat GPT with Siri now. That's pretty sick. They kind of
yeah,
just threw Chat GPT on it, but like it works better than Siri by a lot.
yeah.
So I'm here for it. You know.
There's still some issues with like ChatGPT though, and I mean obviously, but like we were doing our cryptids podcast and we were asking, like we asked who would win a fight, the grafted monster or Mothman, and it gave like the most absurd, non-accurate description of the grafted monster that I've ever seen, and I was like, that is
It's
not the grafted monster at
confidently
all.
wrong is the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem. But it said it like it was like a fact, and I was like, oh my god, like this is not even like the right
It's like if I
monster here.
asked it if this food was going to kill me, it could kill me. You know?
Yeah, yeah. So it's because I mean, it pretty much just sources info off the internet, right? That's like where it gets.
Yeah, it scrapes the internet. It's interesting how it works. It'll search like a million websites, and it'll say
Yeah,
like something dumb simple, but like what color is the
yeah,
sky? And it'll look like every instance on the internet that anyone has ever asked that question, and it'll go by each word, the likelihood of
yeah,
that word being the correct answer, and it'll base its answer off which word is the most correct, not even the most answer.
Yeah.
So it'll be like the, and then the next word sky, and then the next word is, and then the next word blue. It's really interesting technology. They just need, obviously they need to work on it some more, but it'll be great to see where it goes in the future. I just think slapping AI and everything right now, especially stuff that had like AI features in the past, now they're just calling it AI. It's like a bit much. AI is sick in science, as mentioned. Like protein folding, could spend an hour talking about it, but I just won a Nobel Prize. I actually didn't know that, but AI for performing human tasks that would otherwise be impossible, it is fantastic technology for that, and that's why these new graphics cards are so interesting for the AI aspect, because you have things like supercomputers that can really benefit from the technology greatly. So it'll be interesting to see where it goes.
Yeah, they're using it for, not to keep beating a dead horse, but they're using it for early cancer detection now too. With like, they take like a blood test and they're able to tell if like you have a tumor somewhere in your body that's cancerous, which is pretty sick. I couldn't tell you the science behind it and how they're doing it, but I definitely did read about it today, which
future episode.
That was pretty neat. Yeah, future episode. Future episode on tech and weirdness.
Yeah, man, especially for medical. Maybe we'll finally be the generation that hits 200 years old. And CAD has so much potential. Could be a crazy blend of human engineering and incredible scaling. AI is
Dude, I wish I could have AI do my job for me. I mean, I'd get fired, but like, just with just
that's
when I'm creating a design with like 500 tech plates on one page, and I need to number them, but I need to number them based off their distance from the tech room and all kinds of there's a lot of thought process. It's like solving a puzzle, and if I can have AI to like kind of like at least do the framework for me, that would be amazing. It would be a game changer.
Didn't say all that.
Yeah.
Alan's saying like it's a good tool. Charlie's saying like, nah, do this shit for me.
Yeah, do it for me straight up. Yeah,
I've used it for coding quite a bit. ChatGPT, the roulette wheel for Baldur's Gate. I had to tweak it quite a bit, and I had to like get it to do what I wanted it to do, but it works. Imagine a server rack with 12 shells and frame out, etc. Yeah, I mean, I don't know shit about CAD, but
yeah, I do. I used ChatGPT for my macros in World of Warcraft too.
So. Yeah, it comes in clutch, especially for simple things like that, and things where it's okay to be wrong, like.
Yeah,
it definitely comes in clutch.
Oh I don't want my doctor using ChatGPT.
Yeah, exactly. Don't send it a picture of a berry and ask if it's gonna kill you.
Can I eat this? Sure, go ahead.
Deadly Nightshade is actually used quite often.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
Just shit like that. God.
Yeah. My doctor's in the back using ChatGPT. It's like, got a headache? Yeah, it seems like a brain tumor. Oh, fuck. Oh, God.
The last thing on the S25, Thomas ATF, my AI guy on Snapchat, is my best friend. Interesting.
Interesting.
I haven't used Snapchat in like a decade.
Yeah.
Another thing, there's a much faster chip in the S25. Not that I particularly care. But it is interesting for like gaming. Like on the iPhone, you can play fucking Resident Evil 4. I don't think we're gonna hit decent frame rates and resolution this generation. It's barely playable on my iPhone 15 Pro Max, but like it works. Yeah. So it's just interesting to see if like that will be more viable in the future.
Yeah.
Because playing entire games on your phone would be sick without streaming it.
Yeah.
On that topic, what would it take for Charlie to get an iPhone, or would he ever?
I wouldn't. I don't see it in the foreseeable future. Because I would need a better file management system. I need to be able to integrate with different cloud-based services to get my files.
The file system on iOS is fucking awful. Correct.
Yeah. Yeah, no, honestly, just work alone, I couldn't do it on an iPhone. I really couldn't, um, because I rely on pulling files off of different cloud services all the time, and
And that can get really frustrating
it can
with
get
iOS file
very
system.
frustrating with it can get very frustrating with iOS file systems. So I wouldn't switch personally to an iPhone anytime soon until they fix that. I mean, if they fix that, I'd consider it because they are decent phones. I also don't like the company much either because I'm sure Android does it too. I'm sure Google does it, but like they've gotten in trouble for intentionally slowing their phones down so other people can so that they buy new phones.
iOS is awful at that in particular. So Alan is, I'm not gonna call him a fanboy because
Yeah,
that's cringe, but he loves iOS, and I think we should have him on for an episode just to talk about the debate between iOS and Android. Because me and him can talk about like the pros and cons of iOS and Android
yeah,
all day long. Because I was an Android boy for 10 years,
yeah,
and I still have one. And actually, the reason why I still have it, and if iOS did this, I would throw my Android in a ditch. I want to be able to download APKs. And people with
yeah,
iPhones say, like, well, how much do you really use them? And it's like, well, not very often. But you know what? When my internet goes out and I'm at my data cap for my hotspot, I have an APK on my Samsung that bypasses the hotspot data limit, and it still works at full blast.
yeah,
Little things like that, I love having the Android for. I was an
yeah.
disappeared. I was
I
an
got
Apple
paid
master
too.
and trainer at 8 stores. I got paid too. Yeah, Alan I don't know if you know this, but Alan works at Best Buy. He's like a supervisor,
Oh yeah, no,
he's a big
we've
dog.
spoken about before. I know
And
every time you're looking for something at Best Buy, you tell Alan to like order it for you or not.
don't say that.
No, just kidding. You
I
don't do that.
never have asked Alan that ever, even once.
You've never asked Alan for that.
So he was an Apple master and trainer at 8 different stores. So like the Best
Yeah,
Buy version of the dudes that stand in the Apple store. What are they called?
yeah.
Geniuses. Also fucking cringe.
Geniuses.
Uh,
Yeah, Apple
anyway, yeah,
geniuses.
he's very knowledgeable in Apple.
They did a cool South Park episode about that. But no, it's cool. Apple's cool because it's very user friendly. If you know nothing, if you know absolutely nothing about technology and you just want to have your phone to play your games, make your phone calls, the convenience of having, FaceTime, it's very user friendly. It's extremely user friendly. But if you need to use your phone for anything slightly more complicated than that, like me for work,
Yeah, it's
it
interesting how
makes
that
it
works.
so much difficult and so much more difficult.
It's easy
So
for people who aren't, I don't want to say it's smart, but like super tech savvy. But the more tech
yeah,
savvy you are, it becomes more annoying to try to do the things you need to do. Like if you try to add
yeah,
an extra Gmail account to your iPhone, I'm not even gonna tell you how because I can't even explain it. It took me fucking
yeah,
hours just to add an extra Google account to my fucking
yeah,
iPhone.
yeah. And on my Galaxy, I switch accounts all day. I go from my Gmail account to my DNR Paranormal Gmail account, and just because I have different logins for different things too. So it's
Yeah, because
yeah,
I
very easy.
used to have a Samsung. If you set up if you switch from Samsung to Apple, it'll transfer all your Gmail stuff over, so all your contacts, things like that, transfer over. Super simple, easy to do. If you want to add another account to also bring those contacts over, it's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what are you gonna do? But yeah, man, that was pretty much all I had for today. I had one more topic, but it was about DLSS, and I think we'll have
You
to
kind of
learn you a little bit
yeah,
before we do a deep dive into DLSS. But
yeah. It's a good intro episode. This is great.
yeah, I mean, we hit an hour. We're good to go.
Yeah,
I think
broke the ice.
if you have any final thoughts or questions or concerns,
Yeah. No, no, no final thoughts.
all right.
Besides, why the hell do they sell saltless saltine crackers? It doesn't make sense. When you add a second email the first time, it's the hardest after that, since you know what to do.
Yeah, correct. Now I know how to do it. It's fine, but like figuring out the first time was
Yeah.
awful. Is that Dylan Mentink? What's up, man? How you doing? We're actually about to end the stream, but it's good to see you in the chat if that is you.
Yeah.
Buddy from high school. The worst is getting like
Getting-
old school SentryTel emails on iPhones. I've never experienced that.
I've
Hopefully
never
I
experienced it. I don't have an iPhone, but I'm
One thing that
I'll take your
sucks.
word for it.
Apparently, most people use the mail app on iPhone.
Yeah.
Yes, it is, boy. What's up, dude? How's life? How you doing? What was I saying? Their mail app. If you want to like combine your Gmail with your Apple email, it just dumps it all into one inbox. So it doesn't like. I wish I could. Maybe Alan or Dylan know this. I wish I could separate the fucking two out because,
these.
including spam. So your inbox is just full of bullshit.
Spam. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe I need to figure that out. But
Yeah.
moral of the story: Charlie's getting an iPhone in 2026. That's what he said.
No, that's not what's happening. Unless iPhone fixes those very key issues I have with it, I will not be getting anything. If they fix those, honestly, if they fix file management, an iPhone would be perfect for me because it would make everything so much simpler. I could FaceTime with my friends and family because they all have iPhones because it's a trend. But I literally. Yeah, no, it makes it so much more difficult. Even like simple processes like creating a PDF on my iPhone on iPhones is
iPhone
so much
mail
more
app is
difficult.
trash. Not gonna lie, and I love iPhone. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I use Gmail. Fuck that.
yeah.
But yeah,
Email's
like you
the
were
way to
saying.
go. But like making a PDF or like taking a PDF and editing a
Oh my
PDF
God.
on
Yeah.
my Android phone, I have specific apps I have downloaded to work with PDFs that you cannot download on Apple. And I have those specific apps because I also use them on my computer. So it's really easy just to transfer, my
And if
work.
they allowed you to download APKs, that would solve that fucking issue.
Yeah, but they don't because it's very tight, very,
There's
very
a
closed.
there's a whole walled garden concept, and they do it for security. I don't buy that at all. You could have it on by default, and you have to go into a submenu of another
Yeah.
submenu and a third submenu to turn it off to be able to download APKs. I would be okay with that because I'm gonna figure it out. My grandma's not gonna turn that on by accident, so I don't buy the whole
Yeah.
security bullshit.
And you want to know some other bullshit? Their phones, for the longest time, they had those stupid chargers, right?
The lightning,
Where they're like, we're going to make these different than everybody else's charger. Okay, fine. But then they stopped including them with the fucking phones. So when you bought a phone, whenever you buy a phone, it comes with a charger, especially that's what happens. But when you bought the new iPhones for a time period, they didn't come with the charger, and it had a different charger than every other phone in existence.
You know what
So
pissed
you
me
had
off,
to
too?
spend extra money for it,
Actually, I just thought of two things that pissed me off. But first one, I bought an iPhone when I finally was like, all right, I'll get an iPhone. Fuck it. I bought an iPhone 14 Pro, still had the lightning. And then they announced like iPhone 15 Type C. And I was like, I'm really about to buy a new fucking phone just because it has a Type C cable. And here's my fucking iPhone 15 Pro Max. I bought it because it has a Type C cable for it. That is it, really, at the end of the day. Another thing too, the iPhone 16. I don't know if you saw any like advertising about it or whatever the fuck, but it's like all this AI bullshit, and like some of it's cool. I use it a lot. The problem is, my 15 also has all of it.
Yeah.
So they were
Also,
like, "What's up?"
How do iPhones integrate with like a Windows PC?
Not very
Like,
well.
is it? I was gonna say, like my Galaxy, I can literally pull up on my computer. I can pull up my phone.
There
and
are
I
ways
can-
to do
yeah.
it, but it's kind of clunky.
Yeah.
And it's so clunky that I haven't really tried. Maybe it's changed recently. Again, Alan or Dylan would be able to tell you more about that. But
Yeah.
man, I think they just now released an app that'll notifications from your iPhone will pop up on your Windows like notification thing.
Yeah.
But they
I
just
wouldn't
want you
even
to buy
care
a
about
Mac,
that.
man. And they
Yeah,
work
'cause
great with Macs, but I'm not buying a fucking
yeah,
Mac.
I'm not buying a fucking Mac. That's terrible. Because especially like everything on my computer is like I want to be able to download some shit. I want a customizable
Yeah.
computer. I want to be able to go to like those third party websites and download mods for games and whatnot. And I don't want to
They're
see
just
they don't
bad
have
for
an Apple
gaming.
version.
They're
Yeah,
just bad
no,
for
it's
gaming.
bad for gaming. It's they have some decent program like Final Cut if you're into like media or video editing. If I honestly the only reason I would get a really simple Mac would be just so I could have access to Final Cut, which I could probably find some third-party software that's pretty similar. I know DaVinci Resolve I use right now is pretty similar to Final
Yeah,
Cut, but Final Cut
they're
is
great for productivity. Probably the best.
yeah.
Qualcomm's coming out with some stuff that's kind of giving a run for the money, but as of right now, for productivity, yeah, Macs are fucking great.
Yeah.
I don't care. I want to play games.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. At the end of the day, I want to play games. That's what I give a shit about. And I want to be able to customize it because, like, you can't really customize your Macs much, right? Can you put a new graphics card in a Mac? Can you take it apart and
No.
add things to it? Yeah.
You can't slap a
Yeah.
graphics card into it. That's for damn sure. I don't know, like, I think their CPUs are soldered in. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. So you can't swap
Yeah.
those out either. The RAM, maybe. I don't know. But
Yeah.
they certainly don't like you taking apart your fucking iOS device.
Well, it was really the first like type of computer in history where you couldn't just buy parts and build it at home.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
when they
that's
first came
a
out with
problem.
Macs, it was all their stuff is very. It's like working on a Toyota. You have to get like some weird special tool
Like
to
a
get
John
your fucking
Deere.
engine out. Yeah. You got like they have all these like specialty items that you need to buy in order to take it apart, and then when you do, you void your warranty for some fucking reason. It's like
That's why, like, when you watch phone repair videos on YouTube Shorts, you're like, this fucking iPhone, man. Apparently, they're getting better with it though. At least this generation.
Those phones, like if you break the back glass, they were like, oh yeah, you have to get a new phone. You can't replace it. It's like, what the fuck? It's just a what? What do you mean? It's like, yeah, all the glass is actually one part. It's like, oh my god. But
yeah. All right, man. Well, I think we call it there. Good first stream.
Yeah.
And
good first stream.
We'll catch you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in, Dylan, Alan. Love you guys, and we'll see you soon. All right.
See you soon. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.